the Ontario legislature is back from a long winter break, and no surprise, there were lots of fireworks. Tina Yazdani has been standing by, and Tina, you had a front row seat.
Yeah, certainly, Cynthia. It was a fiery first day back at the legislature. The Ford government introducing new laws while also looking to undo unpopular ones. And in the first question period of 2024, the Premier faced heat on Bill 124.
Will he admit his choices worsened the crisis facing our healthcare system, and once and for all, please apologize to Ontarians for Bill 124?
The Premier refused to apologize for his wage restraint law that capped salary increases at 1% for hundreds of thousands of public sector workers, even after it was largely blamed for the exodus of nurses from Ontario's hospitals and deemed unconstitutional by 2 Ontario courts.
I find this so ironic. Their government, the NDP government, supported the Liberals. They fired 1,600 nurses. As they continue to vote against healthcare, we continue to fund it and expand healthcare.
While it remains unclear when, he has promised to repeal Bill 124, but the tough healthcare questions didn't end there.
It is distressing and dangerous for people to be without a family doctor.
Opposition members highlighting the crisis in primary care, with 2.3 million Ontarians currently without a family doctor.
We want to make sure that everyone who wants a primary care practitioner can get attached to one in their community.
It didn't touch on the question.
87-year-old Wendy Campbell came to the legislature today after her family doctor closed her Toronto practice and moved to a private clinic that charges patients up to $5,000 annually.
To shout out against privately funded clinics, because it affected me.
But healthcare not the focus of the Conservative bill that was introduced today.
Our government is getting it done, Mr. Speaker.
The Ford government tabling the Get It Done Act, named after the Premier's 2022 campaign slogan.
The Get It Done Wrong Act is actually going to take Ontario backwards. It's performative politics at its worst.
Most of the items in this bill, I think, are a distraction.
The omnibus bill is set to ban new tolls on Ontario highways, enable automatic license plate renewals, and force future provincial governments to hold a referendum if they want to introduce a carbon tax.
This is a bad tax. And it is something that Ontarians have been complaining about. It is something that we campaigned against.
The Premier has used the bill to attack Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie, calling her the queen of the carbon tax.
This is just another desperate attempt by this government to distract. I've made my position very clear, and we will bring forward a very comprehensive plan that won't cost taxpayers money.
And Tina, for the first time in a long time, Bonnie Crombie is the actual Liberal leader. There's not an interim Liberal leader in charge, and she said it felt like the first day of school, but she's only just new at this. She was elected in December, but she still doesn't have a seat. Is that going to hurt her?
Yeah, Cynthia, but that could also soon change. So she did confirm today that she's considering running in an open seat in Milton after one of the Premier's cabinet ministers resigned to run for the federal Conservative Party. When she'll actually announce it is unclear at this point. But Crombie is still expected to have a major presence here at Queen's Park despite not having a seat. Now, she said today that the Premier has been so fixated on her lately that he must know deep down that he's going to lose the next election. She also has been firing back, nicknaming him Desperate Doug. Sin?
It will certainly be an interesting session. Thank you very much, Tina.